Hi beautiful souls, and welcome to this video. You're watching For Divinity and you found yourself in a general tarot reading. Okay, so this is not a pick a card, this is a general message for y'all today. And the topic, as you know from the title, is what is leaving from your life, from your system, from your body, from your energy, what is being left so that there can be space made for the new. And yeah, let us look at the cards. They're pre-shuffled. 5 exactly fell out for you, and that was nice. Okay, y'all, we're starting deep. We're starting with the Devil. I want to just tell y'all, I just did a reading of like good things coming your way, and the first card was super positive. And now we have like things being left behind, and we have a negative card, which is super good because negativity is what we don't want to bring with us. We have, wow, that is Temperance in reverse, which is super weird. I don't think these cards are reversed. Okay. Then we have for you the Queen of Wands. Actually, I just saw it was High Priestess, but like before I do it, I want to talk about the Devil first. Because I'm super proud of all of you that are trying to leave a negative habit, or you're trying to go out of an addiction. The Devil is that. It's doing unhealthy things, even on a day-to-day basis. I mean, it can be rarely, but it's just like a self-deprecating behavior that you know doesn't serve you, but you still do it for some reason, sometimes to self-sabotage. And of course, self-sabotage is just meeting another need that we have intrinsically. It can be because you want to numb your feelings, or because of running away from something, some sort of escapism, whatever that would be for you. The Devil is that thing you do know is going on in your life, but you're doing it regardless. Maybe because you're used to, this is just how this is what it is, basically. So, the Devil is the chains that put you down and don't allow you to fly to your highest divinity, to your highest, I'm missing a word, form, let's call it form, your highest form. It's something heavy on your system. So it can be food for some of y'all, it can be drugs, but we can indulge in anything. TV, smartphones. I'm not actually going to give you more example because your lives are way more creative than my imagination and than my examples. So let's just say that something you've been struggling with and you knew it was bad for you, you are leaving it behind. And this is why I said I want to talk about this card first of all, because it's not easy. If we're used to doing something, this is not easy. So basically just congratulations. And I don't want it to sound too cliche, but it's like I have my own negative habits and addictions, and I've been fighting with one of them for basically my whole life, but for the last year and a half especially. Like I realized that I need to stop doing it, and for me it's going to sleep at a bad time and then waking up during the middle of the day, like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. For some people it works. I'm not saying it's a bad thing overall. For me it's bad. And I've been still doing it, and I can't seem to stop. I mean, I cannot seem to find a healthy way out of it. So if you found a way out of your own habits, then just like chapeau bas, and I'm proud. All right, now we're going to the Temperance, and it's so interesting that it got reversed because normally it would be a very positive card, like life in moderation, not too much, not too little of anything. But since we have it in reverse, that can truly be just a reiteration of this Devil. If there was, if you've been doing something too much, maybe giving your energy too much to people, or getting too much something from one source, this is excess. Excess is moving away from your life so that you can find harmony, so that you can find balance and peace. Of course I don't, like now I just started thinking that I'm making this reading seem like, oh, you're getting everything. You're getting rid of your negative habits, you're getting peace. But no, seriously, something done in excess. So for me, that would be sleep. If I was giving you my personal example, that would be sleep. Whatever that is for you, you're balancing it out, even if only a little bit, but I mean, we're asking, what are you giving up? What are you leaving behind? But there's definitely more harmony coming to you. And I feel like we can now unfold these two cards. I already know that this one is High Priestess because I took a peek. And this is again in reverse. Okay. And then Seven of Cups. Okay. Can I give a specific message? So remember that this is a general reading, by the way. If you want private, down below is everything. But a very specific message maybe for like 10% of y'all. But for those of you that are looking for a sign, and you've been looking for a sign so long that you became stagnant and you stopped moving altogether because you don't trust yourself and you're just waiting for your outer environment to show you that you're going in a good direction. You're waiting for a sign from the universe, a synchronicity, something from your spirit guides. I feel like the stagnancy is over. We have that Seven of Cups, which is a very confused energy, not knowing where to go. This is also lots of choices. So some of you, like maybe you're a person that doesn't like to have a lot of choices. You just like to have two main ones and then choose your one thing or choose both of them. But I would say, like, if you've been feeling that there are too many choices, too many things to do and to focus on, and your energy is divided, it's not focused, you don't know where to direct it, you will know where to direct it when you're moving into that next phase and next chapter of your life. You're leaving that unsure energy behind. I said the specific message was like, you're not waiting for a sign anymore, and you know intrinsically that what you think is good for you is actually good for you. Now, for others of you, the High Priestess in reverse, there are many messages coming through, you know. First one will be unconventional when it comes to the card, just because I saw the cross, and it basically reminded me of religion. This card is not very religious on its own. But for those of you that felt like, you see, it looks like a figure is closed, like in a church, and there's this God with the cross watching over. I'm not saying religion is bad, and if some of y'all are religious and you're happy with that, and then I'm happy for you. But for some of you, if you feel like your religion was trapping you, or maybe there is a cultural thing that is making you feel like what you're doing is wrong, you're letting go of that belief. You're letting go of having your thing to make sense to everybody else. It will make sense to you. Second message coming from the High Priestess, a very basic one, but you're trusting more your intuition. But there are actually two messages, and they're opposite, very, very opposite. So please choose yours, the one that is resonating with you. Because if we saw the High Priestess like this, what are you leaving behind? I'm thinking, okay, so first message is like, some of y'all are leaving the book knowledge or the theory that other people gave you, maybe even your tradition, your family, your culture, how they were telling you that things have to be done. You're finding your own way. You're choosing your own way. For others of you, actually, for those that have been trying to hold on too much to the synchronicities, right? Seeing the birds before land and having to have confirmation for everything until you take a step, it's like you're gaining more actual knowledge than just the spiritual knowledge, because this is why you have that Temperance. Being in one extreme is never good. So being all spiritual, high up in the high realms, is like only in your crown chakra, is also not the way to live, because otherwise you wouldn't have incarnated on earth. You would have just stayed in the spiritual realms as energy, as soul. But since you're here, it's like you're bridging the gap between healthy earth lifestyle, between being grounded with your root chakra, and between like being in the crown. And right in the middle, just like we have represented by these two crystals, green chakra, green energy, we have the heart center. So you're definitely making decisions more rationally, but like rationally, not necessarily with your mind. I don't know if I'm using a correct word. I mean rational, that something that makes sense to you, and it doesn't have to make sense on a logical level. It can make sense on an emotional and just intuition level, if that makes sense. So I feel like we touched upon these cards, and then we have that Queen of Torches, and that is interesting, y'all. I have to feel into the energy of this card for a little bit, if you don't mind, because normally that would be a very good card to get, and I need to ponder upon it. Queen of Torches. What I see first of all is like control. If some of you felt like you were controlling when it comes to some things, or strict and stern, because you have that look on her face, and she's so strict with things, she's so stubborn that she won't even move from her chair while everything else is being burned to the ground. So if some of you have been experiencing that stubbornness, then this is what's moving away from you. It can also mean that something that was blocking your creativity is leaving your life in your system. The Queen of Torches, which is the Queen of Wands, is very confident and outgoing. She's not scared to show herself and be in front of people. So if you feel like you want that, you would like to embrace some of that Queen of Wands energy, some of that confidence, outgoingness, creativity. She can also be pretty like bossy, not bossy, but like a good boss. So like a good leader. So if you feel like these qualities are something that you would like to have but you're missing them, then what was in the way for you to obtain them is leaving, so that you can experience that. I wonder, y'all, if you saw this video in like an important moment of your life, that may be the case, or there is something bigger going on, because you have many major arcanas. You have 3 out of 5, and you know that usually represents big themes in life. So if you're letting go of all the big themes that weren't serving you anymore, that is a big step. That is just what I want to confirm to you, that you're taking a big step. And I want to like actually get 2 more cards just for y'all, to get some reassuring, loving energy from spirit, because we've been all like, well, it's moving away, so that we can experience some loving, kind energy. Let me get 2 cards and then I'll get back to you. All right, y'all, I'm back. I mean, from your perspective, I wasn't gone. So I went to get the 2 cards. I already saw them because they flew out of the deck. And therefore I saw them. So we have for you, and they are just, they're gorgeous. I mean, the message is so beautiful. You're gonna be happy when you see them. So we have Fall Into My Arms. We have Surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. Are we surprised that we see it? Especially that I wanted to put this card on the left, so it's literally touching the Temperance. I feel like y'all maybe had to hold the extremes of life and really go from one extreme of the pendulum to another. Maybe you feel like that was burning you out, and there is some middle ground that you are finding, unless you want the extremes to continue. I know there are people and personalities out there that want high life. They want to keep experiencing new, like, high stake, because this is what's keeping them, this is what makes them feel alive. So unless it's something that you want, this is a positive thing that's remaining and coming for you. But if you don't want it, and if you feel like that control was making you stagnant a little bit and you didn't know where to go, you're surrendering to life and trusting it more, therefore trusting yourself, as you know, you're the channel of life. Life is happening through you. So you're surrendering, and I think this may be why the choices come easier for you, why you're not so unsure. Wait, I lost my English. Like, why you're not unsure anymore is because you know that you will make the correct choice. You just will, because that higher force is speaking through you, and you hear it and you respond to it accordingly. And then the second card that you have is just, it's as gorgeous. Look at that. It's a polar bear, and it's, oh my god, it's a big polar bear with a small baby one. Oh, this is just beautiful. And it says support. It's written support on it in a incomprehensible language. So truly, if you've been feeling alone, there is some support coming your way. Since it's touching the High Priestess, for some of you, it may be the support of your angels, energy around you, Mother Earth, universe, whatever you believe in, the help from God itself. You're getting that, but not in this manner of clinging, of having to make everything sense and be clear and getting the signs like we've been talking about. It's a deep trust because you know you're getting supported. And it also means physical, earthly support, just like you have a family of polar bears here. I mean, family, just two of them, but you are supported by the people around you, whether for you that's a partner, whether that's family, whether it's friends, whoever that is. It can even be people on the internet. But there is definitely someone wanting to see you succeed. And for those of you, because I always want to address those of y'all that feel like you don't have anyone, because I've been at it. I mean, for me, it's periodical. I go through cycles where I feel like I'm just abandoned. No one there's for me. No one's there for me. Sorry for bad English. And I want to reassure you that there's always someone that wants to see you succeed. Always. No matter if it's like a deep connection that you're having or not, but there will always be someone that loves you, because it's just like with the extremes, that there cannot just be one extreme of anything. It's the law of polarity. Everything has its opposite inside of it. So there cannot be all of the people that just want bad for you. There will always, I promise you, be someone that wants you to experience good, and that will be the support that you're gonna be needing. So, beautiful souls, I feel like this is all that we touched upon, all for today. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe if you want, don't if you don't want. And basically, until the next one, thank you for spending the time with me. It was a pleasure. So bye bye for now.